Hello there, all you wonderful, beautiful ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It is I, the Hazuki Warrior Man here. No, I'm joking. Hazuki Warrior 921 here, bringing you another exciting video and a very amazing series, and episode 2 of my Where to Start series, as I like to call it, or as I titled it, as I'm talking about another long-running video game series that's not Sega or Nintendo, but it's Xbox's baby, basically. The Halo series. Yep, and right here I have like all the games and like pretty much almost all the outside media, like videos and movies and stuff. And today's story is going to be a big one, or today's video. And I have a guest star right here. My little black pug BB is going to be helping me out talking about Halo. So, I really love Halo. I am really into Halo. I've been a Halo fan ever since 2008, I think, or 2007. No, 2008 or 2009, because it's all thanks to a very close friend of mine, my very best friend. His name is Tony. He is the sole reason of why I'm a big fan of Halo. So, I'll get more to that as I go through this video, but this is going to be a long video, okay? As you can probably tell by the timestamp already, but there's a lot I need to go into for the series, a lot. So, it all started for me back in the year 2007. Okay, so again, I must have been 13, and all I had was Sonic 06, and I remember I kind of liked it. I think this is before I played Crisis City. I barely played the game at this time, I think, because I did rent it from Blockbuster and everything. But I remember, so I went downstairs to our basement, my parents' old house, where our Xbox 360 and Wii were, and so all the lights were off in the basement. I remember this very clearly. All the lights were off in the basement. I think I had like a bowl of Cheetos in my hand. And I went downstairs. I don't know if I had food or not. I don't remember that. But I went downstairs. I looked to my left to where the TV was. Okay, so our staircase was like, I went downstairs, then you turn left, and then if you turn like another left, our TV was over there with the couch. I saw my older brother, Robert, playing Halo 3, and his friends were there. And I just saw the loading screen. And I saw Halo 3 in the lower right-hand corner. And I was like, oh, cool, it's Halo. I've never seen this before. And it just looked so cool to me at the time. And that was my first exposure to Halo. Almost, I think, besides commercials, I think. That was like my first true exposure to it. And I knew Halo was a big deal. But this is before I met my best friend Tony, who was really into Halo. So I didn't really care much. I just wanted to watch him play for a little bit with his friends. I thought it was whatever. And then he was a big fan of Halo. But the reason why he's my best friend, one of the reasons why we became friends in the first place was because he was a Sonic fan. And I didn't have anybody else out there who was a Sonic fan who was my friend. Not really. He was like, who lived in Michigan, who lived in Northville or Novi at the time. So we became really close. We hung out we saw each other every Wednesday at our church's youth group. And then he went to high school with me the following year. And over time, he and my other best friend, Alex Darga, there are two big reasons of why I got into Halo. So I decided to get Halo 1 and 2 from Meyer. They were selling them at the time, like brand new. And so I played through them on easy, but it was my first experience. And I freaking loved Halo. I played just the trilogy, and I loved it. For the longest time, it's all I was exposed to was just Halo 1, 2, and 3. And I beat Halo 3 with Tony, because we were, having we were spending the night together at the time, being bros in high school or whatever. And we stayed up all night playing Sonic 2 and Halo 3, and it was a blast. And just recently, last year, over Xbox Live, or over on the Xbox One, we played Halo 3 again, and it was so much fun doing that again, just online play. It brought back so many good memories. So, first and foremost, that's my personal experience with the Halo series. Just recently, I beat all 5 of the Halo Bungie games. That's right, I have just last year I beat Halo Reach, and this year I beat Halo 3 ODST. There you go. I've only played 6 Halo games. No. I played 8 of them. I played 8 of them, but I've only finished 6 of them. Halo Wars, Halo Reach, and Halo 1, 2, 3 ODST, and Halo 3. That's technically timeline order, correct. So, yes, I love every single one of those games. They are fantastic games. Halo Wars, Reach, 1, 2, 3, and 3 ODST. They're all awesome. I love every single one of those games. Oh wait, hold on. Halo 1, 2, 3, 3 ODST Reach, or 3 ODST Wars and Reach. They're all great. I have a lot to say about Halo Wars because it's really, I found out a lot about it that made me feel pretty sad for that game. And if you know the history of Halo Wars, you might know why, but I'll get into that later. So, since Halo Infinite's coming out, and since I got Xbox One back, and since the Master Chief Collection got a huge update, I have more recently got myself into the Halo series. Ever since at least last year, or maybe even 2018 a little bit, but most primarily last year, I got way more back into Halo. I decided to play through Halo Wars for the first time. I decided to start there and just to go forward with the timeline. I'm playing the original releases first, because what you see here, I played the 360 version of Halo Wars and the 360 version of Reach. I also have them on Xbox One. I have the Definitive Edition of Halo Wars, and I have all the Master Chief Collection games. But what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to play the original releases of each game until Halo Infinite comes out. And all the other Xbox One release games, I'll just play those on the side. Like, I'll play Halo Wars Definitive Edition. Well, what I want to do, what I hope I can do, is play all the Xbox One Halo games with Tony online. We'll play the campaigns together. That's what I want to do. I hope he can get Halo Wars for Xbox One and Reach. He doesn't have them yet. And then we can play like all the Halo games online. Maybe even including Halo 5. Maybe, but fuck that game. Actually, I don't think it has online co-op, so who gives a shit. But I haven't played Halo 5 yet, but I know, I'm not looking forward to playing it. But no wait, hold on. I did play 5. That's not true. I did play the very beginning of it, and I thought it was okay, but I could tell that it felt very different than the rest of the Halo series. Halo Wars might feel a little off from like the rest of the Halo series, but it still feels like a true Halo game, and it still has like the Halo charm and the Halo like love put into it. If you've played Halo Wars, you might know what I'm talking about. People out there don't like the game. Some people out there don't, but a lot of people out there do. And Halo Wars has a huge fan base for what I have seen. Both 1 and 2 do. Okay, so if you're gonna start with Halo, it really comes down just to 3 games where you can start with. But before I tell you any of that stuff, you need a certain device. There's like one of 3 devices, one of 3 pieces of hardware that you will need to play Halo on. Either a decent, powerful PC computer that can play 8th generation games, which is basically Xbox One, PS4, and Switch games, which is the current gaming generation we're in. So basically a power PC, a powerhouse gaming PC is what you need, or at least a PC with decent modern specs. I'll list my computer specs maybe right here, if I remember to, and what they are. And your PC should have specs, possibly, if it has specs not as high, it doesn't need specs as high as these, it doesn't. So there's that for you. But there's a great website called, I think it's called like, can my PC run it or something like that? And just use Google, okay? You're probably watching this on the computer, and if you are, or on an Xbox already, so then you're set. But if you want to play Halo on the PC, you need to do some fucking research. You need to do these things. I can't get too much into it because I don't have anything on the top of my head, but you need to do some research. Don't be ignorant, okay? Like, towards this kind of thing, because you obviously need a video card for your computer and a graphics card. I think they're the same thing, kind of. But you need certain specs, is what I'm gonna say. So there's that. But you don't need a PC. There are other alternatives. The number one big primary one is this one right here. You're gonna need an Xbox One. Okay, not specifically the S, but an Xbox One of some kind. Because this device is like the Halo home. It basically is. This is the best system, or the Halo machine. This is basically the best device to experience Halo on. Is this guy right here. All the Halos. Right here. Just like the PS3 is kind of like the home for Metal Gear Solid. Pretty much, like in my last video, you can experience everything Metal Gear Solid, everything Metal Gear in general on the PS3. You can experience everything Halo on this guy. Plus, Microsoft has released an app, I think, called Halo Channel, the Halo Channel that really goes into like the lore and other things, and it also it also cares towards like the fans a little bit. Like I think sometimes they showcase special events, like they give out dates and stuff. And plus, there's the terminals in Halo 2 Anniversary that connects to that as well. So there's a lot of good reasons to have this guy right here. So Plus, it can play every single Xbox 360 Halo game and every Xbox One Halo game too. Yes, every single Xbox 360 Halo game is backwards compatible with the Xbox One. Every single one of them is. It's just it's kind of weird that Halo 1 and 2, the originals for the Xbox original, are not part of the Xbox original backwards compatibility list. It's kind of weird that they're not. But Halo 1 and 2 are part of the Master Chief Collection, like the original games are, so I guess I understand why they aren't, but I really don't, because Halo 3 and 4 are both on the Xbox 360, and they're both on, and so is 3 ODST and Reach. They're all in the Xbox 360, and they're all on the Master Chief Collection. So why can't Halo 1 and 2 be playable on the Xbox One? They should have been, but they never. I don't think they are. I'm gonna look it up later, but I doubt it, because I remember Microsoft sometime last year they officially stopped with the original Xbox backwards compatibility list, and Halo 1 and 2 are not on there. That's so fucking weird and bizarre to me. Is there a reason why they're not on there? Do they just not care because of Halo 1 and 2 anniversary? I have no idea. But the other alternative, besides if you can't afford an Xbox One, well, first of all, that's fair, I understand, but there are cheap Xbox Ones out there that you can afford, or that you, I can't speak that for you. I'm sorry, that you might be able to afford, I'm sorry. You could go with this guy. You could, but I don't recommend it. Oh, no, stop it. Baby, I'm just putting on my Xbox. The Xbox 360 here. Yes, the Xbox 360 is an alternative, and it's almost a perfect one, because with the Xbox 360, you get almost everything Halo, but you're missing out on a few things. You would miss out on Halo 5 Guardians, which is whatever, and you would miss out on Halo Wars 2, which is not whatever. That's actually an awesome game, I've heard, but I haven't played it yet. But I heard it was great. And I love Halo Wars 1, so I don't see why I wouldn't love Halo Wars 2, so whatever. But, and so is, and you wouldn't be able to play Halo Infinite, which Halo Infinite looks incredible. Like, I am looking forward to that game big time. I don't know how great of a game it will be because it's not out yet, but damn, that's another thing about Halo. You might already know this, but Halo is a huge fucking deal. People love Halo. They really do, ever since the first game. Every single Halo release, people like lost their shit pretty much for all these games, and they have a really good story. If you take Halo for what it is at face value, like I did when I first got into the series, you may not see its story 100%, but over time I did, and I'm like, oh my god, Halo's story it's really deep, and it's kind of tragic because like no one asked for this war. The only characters who did technically were the Prophets. They're the pieces of shits behind everything, and you have to play the games, primarily the Prophet of Truth. It's really just him. But you gotta play these games to kind of get it. So, right. So anyways, this is an okay alternative as the Halo machine, but not ideal in a way because you're still limited. So you don't have to, obviously for the Xbox One, if you really can't afford one, try to maybe get the original black fat one. And if all you really want to do is just play Halo, you should be fine. But, you know, there's got to be a way you can afford an Xbox One. There's got to be a way, if you're able to watch this video on a computer or something, there's got to be a way that you can get your hands on one. So there's that. Next up, I want to discuss where you should maybe start in terms of like gaming. Okay, so before we talk about the games, there's this great collection of shorts called Halo Legends. I fucking love this collection of movies. This is my next piece of Halo after Halo 3. So after I played Halo 1, 2, and 3, and after experiencing them, I didn't play Reach yet because I don't know why. For some reason, I just didn't play through it back in high school. I don't know. Something came up. Like I just didn't. I remember back in high school, I did play the beginning of it. My brother, he had Reach in Halo 3, and then he got me Halo 4 for my birthday. But I didn't play that. I didn't play much of it either. I still haven't played more of it yet. But Halo Reach, I should have kept going. I don't know why the fuck I didn't. I was so retarded not to, because Halo Reach is oh my god, Halo Reach is great. It's great, man. They're all great. They're all great. But I don't want to talk about Halo Legends. So if you don't have an Xbox yet, but you might have a decent DVD or Blu-ray player, this might not be a bad place to start. At least with the first two shorts, that's debatable. They're called Origins 1 and 2. they basically showcase. It's basically this character right here, and she's like the primary. She's like the main female character, Cortana here. She is this character right here. She's a blue AI that basically gives you a rundown of the entire Halo story from like the beginning of time till the end of Halo 3. So this came out after Halo 3 was done, to be fair. So that's why. But it's really good. I really loved it when I first saw it. I think these shorts hold up incredibly well and feel at home with the Halo games perfectly. Especially this short down here. This is fucking, these two down here. These two right here are fucking great. I forgot what this one was called, but I remember this one. The Duel, I think it's called. This story right here is about the very first Arbiter, and it is great for what it is. And this one over here, it's about Spartan that basically gives his life because of oh god, I forgot what it was called, but I think it's called Barely Human or Only Human. But damn, what a fucking, oh my god, these, just looking at this is giving me like flashbacks to like how impactful these shorts are in the Halo universe is. It's so impactful and huge. If you just pay attention to the little things in the Halo games, in the story and anything, you'll know how big the series truly is. Not just the big stuff, but the little stuff too. You will understand. So, first and foremost, Halo does not take place in your modern day, obviously. It is set in the far future, in the year 2552. The Covenant War, I believe, starts before that, like 2520s or 30s or so, I believe, because Halo Wars takes place in the year 2530 or so, and then it gives you, and then if you go to like the extras menu or something, there's like a Halo timeline section, and it tells you, hey, this is where the Covenant War started, and I think it's 2531. But the Spartan program was started before the Covenants came in. The Spartans are basically cyborgs. And basically what happened was that this facility, I think it's just straight up the UNSC, which is basically the United like Space Marines. They basically just basically kidnap children, replace them with clones, so the parents didn't know they're kidnapped, and the clones died eventually. And then they train them to be like the ultimate killing machines, the ultimate soldiers. I should say, not quite killing machines. And obviously, our boy, the #1 most important Spartan, kind of, is our main character right here, the Master Chief, John 117. His name actually is Jonathan. It actually is John. You never truly see his face, but you do see him when he's a kid. You see what he looks like when he's a kid, to like when he's at least the age of 18, I think. So you do get to see the Chief's face quite a bit, but not like as an adult man. You don't. So there's that. But damn, what a cool universe Halo is. You could also start with this cartoon right here, this anime short. This came out, I believe, with Halo 5, but originally it was originally a book that came out after Halo 1 did, Halo: The Fall of Reach. And I was listening to the book on tape for quite a bit, and I liked it a lot. This is where I started when I got back into playing Halo again. It was actually technically this guy, because I was like, okay, so I purposely looked at the timeline. Sometime in 2018 is when I did this. Sometime in late 2018, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was. Late 2018, actually. Yeah, it was. Well, sometime around that time, I'm gonna get the Blu-ray. I'm gonna get this guy too, which I believe Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. I think it takes place definitely before Halo 1 as well. I think it takes place sometime before Halo 1 also. Because at the end of Halo 3, the Chief, or I think it may take place after Halo 4. I don't remember. I had to look it up, but it is called Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. So, the story of Halo 4 begins at dawn, but the Chief is in this, so, but he's left in cryosleep at the end of Halo 3, so I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, I remember I definitely watched this one, and I think I watched this one next, because I think it technically takes place after the Fall of Reach, but I don't remember. And then I think I watched these again, and then I just got back into playing Halo, but I'm gonna watch these again for sure after I finish Halo 3, because holy fuck, like what an emotional rush, a journey these 7 shorts are. There's something. Halo is a very emotional series. It's about war. Like, it is no joke. Like, Halo, I'm not gonna say Halo is super serious, but it's really tragic. Like, Halo can give you a bunch of emotions. If you play it with your friend or with your buddy, through co-op or through online play, multiplayer, you're gonna have a blast, obviously. You guys are gonna fuck around and have a great time, probably. But if you play it as like, if you experience Halo like single-handedly, like by yourself, or even with your friend, but like you know, with like the Halo story, you're gonna realize how like deep and tragic it really is. I'm not saying Halo is 100% serious. You know, there are you know moments where you can kind of you know breathe and laugh, but for the most part, Halo is a tragic story because it's about these giant space rings called the Halo rings. Now, where do the Halo rings come from? Well, they were created by these ancient aliens from like long ago, centuries ago, with like high tech called the Forerunners. Now, the Forerunners created them for a very noble-ish reason, for a very good reason, and I don't entirely blame them. They were kind of forced to create the rings. The Forerunners, you know, they were kind of like the watchers of like the universe in a way. They kind of cared for all life. I believe so. I believe like, you know, that's just what they were generally like. And there was this horrifying parasitic, you know, organic organism called Flood. They're a virus. They're evil. They're not good. They're very bad. They're more than just a sickness. They're like, you know, they're like space zombie parasitic creatures. And they wanted to eat the universe and take over. And so the Foreigners were like, well, we had to destroy these things somehow. And so they created the Halo rings. And they're basically giant rings that wipe out the universe. And so before they did anything, before they launched the Halo rings, they were able to save every single living creature. I don't know if they were able to save literally everything, but like all the characters we see in Halo, like all the Covenant aliens and the humans, they were able to save all of them at least. They did. And after they wiped out the Flood, they brought the humans and the Covenant back to the Stone Age. All of this is shown right here in Origins 1 and 2. And I believe before they wiped out the universe and brought the humans back, the humans actually had a really advanced society. So our planet Earth, long before the Stone Age, had like a really advanced society apparently. But and then it got wiped out, and we just never learned about it. That's kind of what I believe Halo 5 says that shit. But I haven't played Halo 5 yet. I saw this in a video called the Halo Timeline, and that's a great video. I recommend you check it out. Although the guy that made the video skipped over Halo 3 ODST, which is kind of fair because that game is mostly filler, but the very end of it does matter, so he should at least cover that. But it's whatever. It is a good video, but I just wish he didn't skip over 3 ODST because I love 3 ODST. Even though it's filler, even though if the game doesn't really impact the Halo story, it was a great gaming experience and story. And I'll get into why when I do discuss it more. So that's what happened, right, with the Foreigners and everything, and then like, you know, human society just went normal from there. Now, that's obviously historical. You could argue that's technically historical fiction. You could, because it takes place at the beginning of time of Earth and everything. Well, actually, you could argue that Halo is even like futuristic historical fiction. You absolutely 100% could, because it's kind of supposed to be. So, and that's what makes the series so damn fucking cool. I swear to God. So, all right. I mean, it just adds to Halo's coolness, if you ask me. So there's that. Now when we get into games, I think you can. Now there's three very important games to be. Okay. They're each... Okay, so this is like I'm going to call this the trilogy of the beginning of Halo. Wars, Reach, and Halo 1. Now, each of these games are very special in their own unique way. And I'll explain a lot into going into it. Timeline order speaking, from left to right, in terms of current events from every day, from every year, it would go Wars, Reach, and then Combat Evolved. In that technical order. You got the year 2530 something, 2552, I think it's 2551 or 52, and then this is obviously set in the year 2552. The Master Chief is seen in Halo Reach, but he's in cryosleep. In Halo Combat Evolved, he wakes up from his cryosleep on a UNSC like spaceship that's like it's like a higher up ship called the Pillar of Autumn, and basically John's like father figure kind of. Mentor character is on there, Captain Keyes. Because Captain Keyes, he is in Halo, his story as like he is in Halo: The Fall of Reach. You do see him as like a young man, like kind of like how old the Master Chief would be in this game. And then he basically helps raise him a little bit with Dr. What was her fucking name? Dr. Sanders? I'll look it up really quick. Hold on, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Oh, Dr. Halsey. Right, Dr. Halsey. Yes, Dr. Halsey. She is in The Fall of Reach. Remember, this book was written before Halo Reach even came out, and this book was made after Halo 1 came out. So, yeah. Now, I don't have the books, obviously, but if you really want to get into the Halo story, you could listen or read the books. I want to listen to them, but I had it on Audible, and, you know, that subscription fee was too high for me, so I just kind of stopped. But maybe I'll get back into it later. Maybe. But right now, I'm saying no. So, yeah, Halo Wars. Now, it's debatable if you should get into Halo Wars first, because Halo, all these games, except for Halo Wars 1 and 2, are first-person shooters. You go in first-person mode. You cannot get out first-person mode. You can if you go in a vehicle. That's right. If you drive in a vehicle, you do see the game in a third-person perspective. But about half of Halo or so, every single game, at least half of Halo, besides driving vehicles and watching cutscenes, the game is mostly first-person view, right? Halo Wars is not a first-person game. It is a top-down tactical game, like a game where you basically make bases and Marines and weapons and vehicles and stuff, and you have to create like armies and bases from an overhead view, kind of the Age of Empires or the Civilization games, I think, or it has I think you know what I'm talking about. It has that camera, basically, kind of like The Sims, I guess. I don't know, where it's angled, where you can see everything kind of from a bird's eye view, kind of like that, but not quite. Now, Halo 1 was originally going to be like this game in terms of a gameplay element. It was going to originally look like Halo Wars. So, with that knowledge, you're like, okay, well, technically Halo 1 was supposed to be like this game, so so I obviously should start here. You would be right. There's nothing wrong with you starting with Halo Wars. If you feel like you should start with this one, that is totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It has a really good story, it has really good characters, it's really fun, it has a really good gameplay element. I think that Ensemble Studios did a fantastic job capturing the Halo feeling for this game. It's a bit of a black sheep of the original Bungie era of the Halo games, because there's 6, including this one. There's the 5 games they made, and then there's this guy before Halo 4 came out, which Halo 4 is considered to be the black sheep of the series overall, I think. But this guy was the original black sheep, and the people who created this game went through development hell. They were shat on fucking crazy for 5 years. They could not catch a goddamn break. So what Ensemble Studios wanted to do was that they wanted to create the new IP. They presented this idea called Project Phoenix to Microsoft, and they thought, oh my god, this game looks great, but scrap it and turn it into a Halo game. And they're like, are you kidding me? So now Microsoft devs are basically breathing down their neck to make a Halo game. And so they're like, okay, well, they want us to make a Halo game, so let us reach out to Bungie and ask them. Bungie was pissed off. They basically gave Ensemble Studios the cold shoulder and did not give them the time of day. And I think that's really fucked up, because it's not their fucking fault. It's not Ensemble Studios' fault. It's so shitty that Bungie, these guys, I used to have such respect for them, but now Destiny and everything, oh my god, I just don't anymore. But they created Halo, right? But Bungie, man, they're real assholes to Ensemble Studios. They basically said that, Microsoft is whoring Halo now because someone else is developing Halo, and that must have made Ensemble Studios feel very, really upset. It's not their fault, okay? First of all. Secondly, I think with the task they were given, they made an amazing game. But it gets worse. They're shut down. Their studio got shut down, I think, right before this game came out, or right after it did, and that's fucking horrible. Poor Ensemble Studios couldn't catch a break for 5 years. It's so fucking shitty that Halo Wars' development is like that. I feel terrible for those guys. So, for fuck's sake, give this game a lot of respect. You know, give those guys a round of applause for making such a great game, or at least a decent game. If you don't like Halo Wars, why? You know, what the fuck did this game ever do to you? I'm sorry, but you know, it is your opinion. But damn, like, after hearing that story and knowing how horrible, like, those guys were treated, like, I cannot hate this game. And I love this game before I even knew that shit. I love this game. I love all the characters. I love its story. And I love it. It still has the Halo charm, you know. It really does. I love its gameplay. It's really, really good for what it is. It is. It has the music in there. It has the feel in there. It has those characters in there. Master Chief isn't in it, but that's okay. We have all the unique characters, and I don't remember their names, but because I'm gonna play them once. But we also have the Flood in this game, and it's kind of weird because the Flood are first discovered in Halo Combat Evolved. They're not in Halo Reach, but they are in Halo Wars. But they do work around that plot device, so it doesn't create any plot holes. Or they do work around the Flood being in it, because what ends up happening in Halo Wars is that, okay, so I think we're on, the year is 2531, 20 years prior to the events in Halo Combat Evolved, and the Covenant have found something on the planet Harvest. The UNSC ship, Spirit of Fire, that's right, is sent to investigate and stop whatever the enemy is up to. What the crew finds could be the only thing that stands between humanity and certain annihilation by the Covenant. Command large armies, lead them into battle, control their every move, and use their abilities to gain the upper hand in combat. Your strategies are infinite. So the Spirit of Fire ship basically gets lost in time in some kind of way. So they just kind of disappeared. Now these guys discovered the Flood, but there's no way they could tell the UNSC. I think they tried to, but like communications get cut or something. So they do work around the plot hole or whatever of the Flood being in this game. And I first saw the Flood being in this game, I was like, why? like what? Why the Flood in here? And I instantly thought, are they going to be in Halo Reach? Are the Flood in Halo Reach also? But no, they're just in this game, and they didn't need to put them in this game. But for what it isn't so bad. Now I've only experienced this game once, only once. So I haven't gone back to it yet, but I'm sure if I look at the story again, I might give it more appreciation than I did before. Like, I don't disappreciate the story, I just don't fully understand it quite as much as I think I would like to. But I do understand it quite a bit, and from what I've seen, I thought they did a great job. So moving on to Halo Combat Evolved, or not, Halo Reach, I'm sorry. So Halo Reach was Bungie's last Halo game, but it is a prequel to Halo Combat Evolved, and technically the sequel to Halo Wars. But it has no connection to Halo Wars. It doesn't really have, you don't really feel any kind of strong connection between this game and Wars. I don't know if I don't think this game has any references to Wars. I don't remember. I think they do mention the Spirit of Fire. I think they do, but I don't remember for sure. So there's that for you. It's basically Bungie's love letter to Halo fans, and this is quite a somber experience of a game, kind of. It really isn't about these guys. It's about the planet. It's about the setting. It's about Reach. Reach itself. Now, Reach is a planet. That's why I forgot to tell you that. Reach is a planet, much like Earth. Sorry, I'm kind of itchy, but Reach is a planet. So that's why we have Halo: The Fall of Reach and Halo Reach. Right now, this takes place right before this game starts. This movie does, at least. And it all happens after Halo Wars. So you play Halo Wars first, then watch these, and then play this, right? So, okay. So I think that's how I did it, yeah. So, this fucking game right here is badass. It's French Kiss, great. The campaign is great. Now, I referenced somebody very important to the Halo YouTube community at the beginning of this video, and that is the Act Man. The Act Man is my boy. I don't know him personally, but he makes the best Halo videos I've ever seen on YouTube of all time. And he goes so... I pretty much completely agree with everything he says about the Halo campaigns. I haven't played much Halo multiplayer. The only game that I really played multiplayer in was this game and Halo 3's. But I have played like all their multiplayers except for Halo 3, except for ODSTs. ODSTs is the only exception. And Halo Wars. Halo Wars and ODSTs, I've not played the multiplayer yet. But Reach 1, 2, and 3, yes I have. With my friends at home, at their houses, my houses, because I can't play Halo 1, or I can't play Halo 2 original online. And Halo 2 Anniversary as well I have. Or with my buddy, Tony, or whoever on Xbox Live. So I have played Halo online with my friends, or multiplayer in general. So, there's that. So for Reach though, I think this game, and I wouldn't say this game has the best multiplayer, but I made a really great map for this game. And I gotta gloat about it. It's called Weapons Heaven. And my gamer tag for Xbox Live, and I'm gonna regret telling the internet what this is called Luffy Doofy, spelled Luffy. So if you can find my map, I didn't upload it. So if you can find it, either on the original copy of Halo 3 or on the Master Chief Collection version, play it and have a blast. Because I basically took Forge World and I put a bunch of weapons and vehicles just fucking everywhere. So it's basically a Halo gamers playground. That's what I like to see it as. So if you want something like that, then please try to find my map. It's called Weapons Heaven. So I hope to guide you find it. So. Me and my friend have a blast playing it. Same thing, well, my other friend too, Alex Hughie, different Alex, aka Eva Pilot, I think his name is now. Alex, the same friend who I saw the Sonic movie with. That Alex, not Darga. Darga and I haven't spoken to each other in quite some time, just because he's a really quiet guy. He keeps himself, but I know he's doing fine. So, Darga, if you watch my video, bro, we gotta play Halo again. We gotta play Halo again, dude. You gotta talk to me sometime. Let's text me back for fuck's sake. If he's watching this. But anyways, that's just personal stuff outside of this. But I really liked Reach. Reach, before I played Reach, I knew it was a big deal. And I knew a part of the big deal was the Noble team. And it really is, especially at the end with what happens with Noble 6. I gave that man a salute after what I saw. I think I got a little bit emotional too, but I did salute for him. And it really impacted me for quite some time after that. I'm still not technically over that because you can't go over. I know I know Halo's fictional, but it's treated so real, and that's what makes it so fucking good. Plus, the technology in Halo is very believable. It's very realistic. I remember somebody out there on YouTube years ago talked about this. He basically said that the technology in the technology in Halo is believable because it just seems like something that the army might do in the future, in the year 2500. Like, it totally seems to make sense to me, and other people out there too. Like, Bungie did their very best to make this game seem very realistic. Wait, are there 6 Spartans in the front cover or just 5? I think there's just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 5. Yep, no, there are just 5. Okay. Oh, I think George. Maybe he's on that ship up there, but I don't think he's on the front cover. I think it's. Or maybe it's all of them except for you. I don't know I don't know. It's hard for me to tell who is on the front cover of Halo Reach because there's only 5 Spartans up there, but there's 6 noble characters in total. But they are all really good characters. But one thing that I really loved about Halo 3 ODST, which I really wish Reach did this, is that you get to play as every character except for one of them. I forgot her name, but it's basically the girl ODST. You don't get to play as her, but you get to play as every other character in Halo 3 ODST. But the rookie is basically the eyes of the game. He's basically the main focus. But you get to play at least as each character at least once, and it's great. But in Reach, you only get to play as your character, Noble 6, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I just really wish that we got under the Halo game that kind of did the same thing Halo 3 ODST did, that every level was a different character. That'd be fucking cool. As a team of characters, I would love to see that again. But because Reach is great for what it is. It's good, but Halo Reach is really about, again, the planet itself, Reach, and I was gonna talk about the multiplayer bit. To me, the best multiplayer might be this one, but people seem to love Halo 3 a lot, but I don't know, I haven't played Halo 3's multiplayer in such a long time, and now I'm playing it again. I'm only playing with one person, my friend, so if I really got into it, if I really got to play Halo 3's multiplayer its full potential, I probably love it out of all of them, so I really want to get back into it. Okay, so now we covered Wars and Reach, so now here we go. We're going to get into the game that started all, the Big Daddy itself. The game that revolutionized first-person shooters in a game that is considered to be a masterpiece by many, including myself. But I think those 2 games are masterpieces in their own right as well. Hell, I think all 6 of these games are masterpieces are great in their own right. But this game is fucking flawless with its gameplay. It really is. Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 1 itself. This game is great. Now, you can start with this guy, or with this guy, but this is the game that started it all. So when it comes to these 3 games, it's up to you which one to start with. Now, Halo 1 and 2 Original are not playable on the Xbox One, but they are playable on the Xbox 360. So that's another reason why I recommend that console. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but Halo 1 and 2 Original, Xbox 360 versions of them, basically, hold on. Basically, these 2 games right here, you can play them on the 360 and obviously the original Xbox. But you cannot play them on the Xbox One. If you get the Xbox One, you have to get the Master Chief Collection versions of them. I think Halo 1 Combat Evolved Anniversary is even playable on the Xbox One, like the 360 release of that. In fact, fuck, Halo 2 Anniversary should have been the swan song for the Xbox 360 from Microsoft. It should have been. They should have released Halo 2 Anniversary for the Xbox 360. It's kind of weird and shitty that they didn't, because, you know, we have Halo 1 Anniversary on there, and then we have like Halo, we have like all these Halo games on there except for Halo 2. It's like, why? Why not just give Halo 2 Anniversary an Xbox 360 release along with the Master Chief Collection? That would have been fucking great. Hey, Microsoft and 343 should have done that. I thought that would have been perfect. Like, you know, for that to be you know, their last game on the Xbox 360. Hell, they could have even given it like a quiet release. Yeah, because I know they really just wanted to focus on the Master Chief Collection, which is fine. But damn, I really wish they did that. Maybe in an alternate timeline they did. But shit, it sucks that they didn't, right? Like, why the fuck not release Halo 2 Anniversary on the 360? Like, fuck, like, why the hell not? But whatever. Anyways, Halo Combat Evolved was great. I just recently finished this game. Oh my god, so many great memories with Halo 1. Holy shit, this game is awesome. Like, for the first time ever, I think, I beat this game on normal. I know, right? I'm a pussy, but whatever. Not really. It's been years since I played Halo, so to be fair. But these 2 games I also finished on normal. No regrets at all playing these games on normal. So, Halo 1 is great. You could start here, obviously. It's the game that started all. It is a very important game in gaming history, pretty much. It really is. It is one of the most important games ever made. It totally is, absolutely. Right next to like Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Doom, the original, right next to like the original Legend of Zelda. It is just one of the most important games ever made. Right next to Super Mario Brothers. I'd say it's right in that same category. I would debatably say Halo 1 is as important as Sonic 1. I know that's a really strange comparison, but they both did very similar things for their companies, didn't they? You know they did. Halo 1 made the original Xbox a household like name. It basically expanded the Xbox brand. It basically got people wanting an Xbox, buying an Xbox, playing Xbox. Sonic did the exact same thing for the Sega Genesis. It gave the Genesis that household brand recognition needed. It got people wanting the Genesis, playing the Genesis, experiencing the Genesis, all because of one iconic game. Is this game any exception? I don't think so. So there you go. Moving on, guys. All right. So those are the 3 games I would start with, right? Of my series of where to start. Honestly to God, you could kind of stop watching the video here. I just want to like give my 2 cents of each game and how I feel about them. But there is kind of one more exception to where you can start. The Master Chief Collection. It has every game on there except for Halo Wars that I just covered. But you could get Halo Wars Definitive Edition separately on the Xbox Store. So there you go. Or you could just get this along with the original Halo Wars if you just want to do physical games only. You could just get these. Oh, that's Reach. What the fuck? You could just get this with this. Oh, what? This with this. There you go. There you go. Because they didn't release Halo Wars Definitive Edition physically, but it makes more sense to buy that instead of this for the Xbox One. But whatever. If you want it physically, again, there you go. But I believe Halo Wars 2 did come with a digital download code for Halo Wars Definitive Edition. It did. I don't have the code with this release, but it did though. So if you can find a copy of that, go with that too. This game takes place after Halo 4. No, it takes place after Halo 5. It does. After decades adrift, the crew of the Spirit of Fire awakens from cryosleep. Yep, to find their ship high above an ancient weapons platform, immediately under assault by the newest threat in the Halo universe. So there you go. decades after like Halo 1 basically, or Halo Wars, the original. So there you go. There you go. So there's that. So you could start with this one too, which I think you should. If you have an Xbox One, you should totally get this and this. You should. And maybe this if you really want to play it. I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to. Because I'm a fan of the series. I know what I'm in for. I do, but what the It's from a different region. I didn't know that. It's from a different region. Look, I think that's okay because the Xbox One is region free. But I'm kind of anal about that. I kind of want it to be Western just because, I don't know, this is how I am. All my other games are, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So, whatever. I just noticed that. It's not that big of a deal. It's not. And I'm not racist or anything. I just like all my games to be like of the same region. It just makes more sense to me. But it's fine. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Hell no. But it's whatever. So I guess next up I'll just talk about the other games I really played. So I have played this, and I did play Halo 1 and 2 again. I think I played them in easy mode. I think I did. So there's that. But I'm at least playing them on normal mode for the first time. So this Combat Evolved. Now I want to keep going with Halo 2. Halo 2 is like a big, humongous game. In terms of story, I would say it's bigger than Halo 1. We get introduced to the villain side of the story, like who they are. In Halo 1, we saw our heroes. We saw Captain Keyes, we saw Master Chief, we saw Cortana, and then we saw the bastard himself, 343 Guilty Sparks. What a piece of shit that guy is. He's a real piece of shit, especially since he killed Johnson. Our boy, man, how could he do that? Fucking bastard. But Johnson might be alive, and I'm hoping he is. That would be awesome if he came back in Halo Infinite. I would love to see that. They better do that. 343, please bring Johnson back. Please confirm that he's really alive. Please. You've done some other crazy shit to the Halo story, so bring back Johnson. People would fucking love that, I think. Especially if you make it epic. They would absolutely love that. If he's actually alive on installation, I think it's installation 7 or something, or 14. I don't fucking remember what installation it is. Right, I forgot to mention this to you guys. The Halo rings have different installation numbers. I believe the Halo ring in Halo 1 is installation 4. I believe it is. There's only one Halo ring in the first game. That pretty much you're on that ring throughout the entire game. On Halo 2 though, Halo Reach, you're just on Reach pretty much throughout the whole game. But there's a point where you're like on a Covenant, on like one of those ginormous Covenant ships. I forgot what they're called, but I think you're one of those. And in Halo Wars, you're mostly, I think, not on Earth. I think you're on Reach in Halo Wars also, actually. What planet are you on Halo Wars? I don't know. It's not Earth, because the Covenant doesn't know about Earth. They don't know about Earth until Halo 2. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But in Halo 3 ODST, you are on Earth in that entire game. And that is important. That is important to tell you that, because I want to talk about Halo 3 ODST when I get a second. Halo Wars. I don't know. But you're not on Earth. I think you're on Reach. I think you're on Reach in Halo Wars, but I don't know. Or on a different planet. It's like Earth and it's like Reach, whatever it is. It doesn't tell me. But that's okay. I'll look it up later. Maybe it takes place in multiple planets? I don't know. I will look it up later. So, Halo 2 is great. I love Halo 2. I love the Arbiter. I think he's my favorite character in the whole series. I just fucking love him. Like, I feel bad for him, because like the Prophet of Truth is like, come here, buddy. You're my bro. We love you. We're gonna give you the best rank. Oh, by the way, fuck you. Like, that's basically what they do to him. To Thal-Um. That's his name. The Prophet of Truth is a real piece of garbage. He really is. Okay, so Halo 2, amazing game, right? Moving on. This game right here, man, it touched my soul a little bit. It really did. I loved this game. I did. I loved Halo 3 ODST. I fell in love with this fucking game, man, with the story. The whole game takes place on one day. It takes place during Halo 2, during the beginning of Halo 2. A few levels in, when you get to New Mombasa, basically the second area, the second setting piece, as the Master Chief. After you finish that area, you should play this game. Right before you play as Arbiter for the first time in Halo 2, you should stop Halo 2 and play this entire game. It takes place just 1 to 2 days. That's it. I'm gonna go into some spoilers about this game. So if you don't want to hear them, maybe skip ahead. Because, okay, I spoiled a little bit about Halo 1 and 2 already, but not much by Halo 1, but, you know, by Halo 2 at least. The Flood, that's right, oh god, the Flood. The Master Chief, he technically discovers the Flood first, in a way. Well, he's the first person to discover the Flood and, like, you know, publicly, you know, he's basically the character that discovers the Flood and tells the UNSC about it, or like the UNSC discovers the Flood. Captain Keyes discovers the Flood before he does. So to be fair, I think they do. And then he gets control. Oh my god, poor Captain Keyes, man. His fate is so fucked up. He gets killed by the Flood, and he basically gets turned into like a grave mine. I think the grave mine is this. Is basically the king of the Flood. He basically controls all of them. He's pretty important to like the Halo story, but he's not good either. I think he's a bigger piece of shit than Prophet Truth is a little bit, but that's debatable. I don't know. Yeah, man, Halo 3 ODST. New hero, more like new heroes, with a plural, because you play as like 5 to 6 characters in this game. The complete Halo 3 multiplayer experience, maybe. Now, yeah, the Covenant control the city of New Mombasa. Now, one of the big reasons why they made this game, and something that Bungie commonly did in the Halo games, is that if there was an idea that they had and that was scrapped, they made sure to put it in later Halo games. And technically speaking, Halo Wars follows that rule, doesn't it? Halo 1 was originally going to be what Halo Wars is. So Ensemble Studios did the exact same thing as Halo 1 when it was originally going to be. But originally in Halo 1, you're going to be able to use energy swords and you're going to be able to use flamethrowers. Energy swords are basically Covenant sword weapons. But you didn't. So in Halo 2 though, you do. You do get to use energy swords. In Halo 3 though, they also brought back the flamethrower. And in Halo 1, on the Master Chief Collection, they brought back the flamethrower. And it's kind of weird seeing that, but no energy swords? I don't like that, but whatever. It's cool, but not really at the same time. So, Halo 3 ODST was fucking great. I loved it. The very end of the game, there's these alien creatures called the Engineers, and they're being enslaved by the Covenant. They're basically completely innocent. The Covenant are fucking them up. It's really sad because they're these unique alien species that are kind of like telepathic a little bit. I think, yeah, they're basically telepathic. They basically have psychic powers, and the Covenant wants to use that for their advantage. So they fuck them over. The Brutes do it for sure. Plus, oh my god, this is Halo lore, lore building a little bit. A part of Halo 2 story is that the elites get screwed over by the Covenant, and the Brutes are basically their like permanent replacement, and they're like basically tasked to kill all the elites. It's really sad and dark and fucked up. So in Halo 3, the elites fight with the humans, with us. We fight with them. They become our allies, and so do the Engineers. They do as well, but they're not in Halo 3. They're also in Halo Reach, I think. I think they're in Reach. I think they are. But in Halo... What the fuck was I talking about? What fucking... What Halo was it? Derp. In Halo... 2 and 3... Oh, Halo Legends. In Halo Legends. Halo Legends, in this short story here, which takes place a very long-ass time ago, when... It basically takes place when the Covenant is starting their army, and when they want the elites to join them. So this elite character, I forgot his name, but he's basically the first Arbiter. And he basically learns that what is going on is fucked up. He does somehow, and they kill his wife, and they kill like people that he cares about. And I'm like, I don't think his wife was an elite. I think she was from like a different alien species, but I don't know for sure if that's true or not. But they fuck up his whole life, and so he takes revenge, and he goes down like guns a-blazing. Like he takes out an entire Covenant armada of like soldiers. It's fucking badass insane with 2 energy swords. It is epic as shit. Like I really loved like that short story. It was great. But like, it's basically a tale of history repeats itself, because we see the Covenant fucking over the elites back then, and they do it again even now. And the elites are awesome. They're noble. They like fight for each other. They're very awesome for who they are. They don't have much like depth to them in the first Halo and Halo Combat Evolved. They're kind of just silly with their warts and their screams they do and everything. But in Halo 2, they definitely have a lot more depth in Halo 2. And in the very beginning of Halo 3 ODST, when you play as one of the first characters named Buck, he sees dead elites, and he's like, "What the heck is going on here?" And he asks, basically, the female ODST character is his girlfriend, I think. She's his fiance or whatever. He asks her, "Why are brutes killing elites?" He tells her. He says, "This looks like it looks like the brutes kill the elites. Why would the Covenant kill their own soldiers?" And she tells him it's classified. And I'm just like, okay, fine, it's classified, whatever. But that's pretty fucked up, though. That's in the very beginning of the game that they actually show you that, and that's right before you play as Arbiter. So basically, the Order, it's kind of like the Order 66 of Halo in a way. It kind of is a little bit, because the Prophets are basically giving out this order to kill all the elites, and it's really fucked up and sad. It really is. And I love the elites. They're awesome. That was launch if you heard that. So, all right. I covered Halo 1, 2, 3, Wars Reach, 3 ODST, and now it's time for me to cover my favorite Halo game. The fucking big granddaddy of the whole series. This amazing, fucking epic conclusion of like a franchise in a game and a trilogy. Halo 3, motherfucker. Halo fucking 3 is fucking holy glory. Fucking amazing. I love Halo 3. It's my favorite game in the whole series. This is an epic, amazing, huge game. To the music, to the story, to the characters, to the hype this game had. Oh my god, was Halo 3 huge. This is my brother's first Halo game. He didn't even play Halo 1 and 2. He knew how fucking huge this game was and he pre-ordered it. This is the version that he got. Halo, this version right here. This is a standard copy I have just to play because this guy's falling apart like motherfucking crazy. So I have this one just to play. But Halo 3 is such a big deal of a game. It is a huge deal of a game. It has the best multiplayer in the whole Halo series. And to me, for the longest time, it kind of has the best campaign, but I think that crown now goes to Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST and Halo 2 and this one. Okay, well, they all do. All 5 bunch of Halo games have a great story, and so does Halo Wars. Like, I can't put a pin on which was my absolute favorite, but this one had a fucking great story and a great conclusion. Oh my god, it is an amazing game. I love Halo 3 to death. And if you remember the hype for this game, then hell yeah. I don't think Halo Infinite can top how big. I don't think any Halo game out there can top how big of a game this one was, and that's fine. That's like saying, can Sonic Team and Sega make a game bigger than Sonic 3? Sonic Mania comes very close, but not quite close because of its story. Sonic 3 had that game, its gameplay, its story had something special to it that Sonic Mania just cannot quite capture, but it almost gets. So no, I don't think Microsoft and 343 can make a game bigger than this one for the Halo series, but that's fine. They don't need to. This game is perfectly great how it is. What they made already is pretty good. The only terrible thing that has come out of 343 is this game right here. Yes, I know when this game came out, it was fucking botched. It was bad, but they fixed the shit out of it. They put Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach on there. It's great now for what it is. Plus, Halo Combat Evolved just recently came on a PC for Halo Master Chief Collection, and that's a reason and part of why I decided to make this video. So, kudos to that. But I think I used that in is it kudos? I don't fucking know. But you know, well, actually, yeah, kudos to that, to Halo Combat Evolved coming out. But yeah, so you know, they also made this game. They did make Halo Wars 2, and it's awesome, so good for them. They also made Halo 1 Combat Evolved Anniversary, which is also great. And Halo 2 Anniversary had a lot of issues when it came out at first, too. It did. It had a lot of bugs and glitches with its online multiplayer and other things, so they fixed that game quite a bit. So there's that as well. So that's kind of everything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all the Halo games I finished, that I played through the beginning and the end in terms of campaign. And I had a little bit of experience with the multiplayer with Halo Reach. Halo Reach, Halo 1, 2, and 3. But not 3 ODST, not Wars. I'm not playing online multiplayer yet. Not yet I haven't, but I really want to. So, there's that. Okay, so that's kind of everything I need to say about Halo. I haven't played Halo 4 and 5 to the end yet, but I played the very beginnings, and I really liked how Halo 4 started, and I have seen Halo 4 story, and it does look really interesting. It does. Halo 5 though, not looking forward to it. So, Halo Wars 2 though, I am definitely looking forward to it. So guys, that's kind of the end of my Halo video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys think of the Halo series, and for the love of God, please play these games if you haven't yet. If you have never played Halo before, you really should. Originally, actually, I forgot to mention this, I was going to do Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, for my episode 2 on this series, but I've just been really into Halo recently. I just really want to talk about it. I really wanted to talk about Halo at some time on this channel. I've been so anxious and excited to, because I love this series. I don't think I can express it enough. I love Halo. It's one of my favorite video game series of all time, especially thanks to my best friend Tony. He's a big part of why it is, and yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I also love Zelda. Zelda's great too, but Halo, man, oh my god. So guys, you know, make sure to finish that fight for real this time when Halo Infinite comes out, and see you guys in my next video. So enjoy some Halo in the meantime. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace out. Long live the Spartans. That's all I can say about that. Have a good one.